Hey guys, it's SuperB1996 here, and today I'm going to be talking to you on the possibility of Crash Bandicoot ever returning to PlayStation consoles or any console in general, really. So, over the past few years, information on Crash Bandicoot and games about Crash Bandicoot are just, there's nothing at all. Activision currently own Crash Bandicoot, so that's probably why nothing's been done. And I don't feel like there's a lot of YouTubers out there that really do talk about Crash Bandicoot anymore. And all the lost PlayStation heroes that used to be on the PS1 and part of our childhood, and no one cares about it now. Well, I know loads of people would like to see Crash come back, but I just feel like there's not enough out there to really talk. Not a lot of people out there talk about it. So for those who don't know, Crash Bandicoot started out as a PlayStation exclusive on the PS1 and was created by Naughty Dog, who have created Uncharted, Jak and Daxter and Last of Us. And they made 4 games for PlayStation. You had Crash Bandicoot 1, you had Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash Bandicoot 3 and the racing game. But the reason why they pretty much dropped Crash Bandicoot after those 3 games because of a company called Universal Games, and there was some problems going on here and there and whatnot. I don't know the specifics of it really, but then some other developers took him on, and he had a couple more Crash Bandicoot games come out on the PS2, which was Crash Wrath of Cortex, which alright. Crash Bandicoot wasn't great. Then you had Nitro Kart, fairly decent game, and then Twinsanity, which I thought was is the best Crash Bandicoot of that PlayStation 2 era. Not the best Crash game. I think that's Crash Bandicoot 2. Crash Bandicoot 2 is amazing. And then you had Crash of the Titans, and that was weird. That was kind of like a reboot, soft reboot kind of thing going on there. It wasn't really a soft reboot, it was a full-on bloody reboot. But then they brought out Mind Over Mutant, which was okay. I thought it was better than Crash of the Titans. And then after that, we got nothing else. We got absolutely nothing else after that. No news updates. There was a Crash game back in 2010. Think, and that was a cancelled project. So there has been Crash projects circling around. There was a couple iOS games that came out on Crash Bandicoot recently, but other than that, it's just really dry. And I really do hope Crash Bandicoot comes back. I really do. It's like the same situation with Spyro. If any of you have ever played Spyro, because that was another game that was a big part of my childhood. That game was absolutely incredible. And it's kind of like the same situation as Crash, really. I mean, he had a couple of good games and then he disappeared and reappeared with the reboot, and then they put him in Skylanders, and then that completely ruined him. So Activision have got a trend of ruining our favourite characters. But there's quite a lot of PlayStation heroes that we don't see anymore, like Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, even though he had Sly 4. But they just never showed any enthusiasm about making another one. And the only old PlayStation hero I think of that we can still play today, which is Ratchet & Clank, and that's a series still going strong. They're making a reboot about it, and that's a video I'll make about my opinions on the reboot sooner or later. But it's I don't know, Crash Bandicoot's got a dodgy history. Well, it's not a dodgy history, it's just we all want Crash Bandicoot to come back. None of us wanted him to go in the first place. But yeah, that's my opinions on that. I do think Crash will come back one day. He's got to. I don't know, I've got a feeling that he's got to come back. His story isn't finished yet. And whether it's with Activision or if some other company take him on, but as far as I'm concerned, as long as Crash is with Activision, we're not going to see a Crash Bandicoot game. Unless they put him in Skylanders, which I hope they don't. So thank you all for listening. And yeah, like and subscribe and whatnot, and I'll speak to you guys later on.